So Peru for me changed a lot of things. It changed the way I look at things and basically how I live my life. It opened my eyes and gave me a new perspective on things I hadn't even thought of before. And it made me more comfortable in myself, with friendships, and most importantly, speaking about my religion. The most influential part of the trip for me was probably the first day of ministry. Off the top was just amazing. We met this woman. She was working outside and she was kind of busy and didn't really want to hear what we had to say, but as time went on, she was really involved in our conversation. She took a Bible, and as time progressed even more, she was very emotional, very into our conversation, and she was just opening up to us, telling us about how she was a single mom. She's done everything her own her entire life, and really it was just hard for her, and she wanted the best for her family, and she just wanted us to pray for their health, for their well-being, and just for love all over their home. So we prayed with that woman, and we told her about God and how he guides everything and loves them unconditionally, and we went our separate way. We gave her a Bible. So the next day there was a woman named Sarah who had asked for our MIG specifically to go to her house. So we were kind of nervous. We didn't want to say the wrong thing. We were just really nervous. But we went in there, and as soon as we sat down and talked to her, me and Nathan, it just felt like the Holy Spirit moved through us and told us exactly what to say. And I had never spoke like that before. I've never explained the things that I explained to her before, but it just flowed out of me, and I couldn't stop talking, to the point where Nathan was like, I need to say something, hold on. But a woman comes across the corner, and we're like, what? We just talked to the same lady the other day. And it turns out that the woman who was working outside was actually the mother of Sarah, who we were talking to, and I guess told her a little bit of what we said to her, and so Sarah really wanted to hear what we had to say too. And I think just seeing how eager those people in Peru are about hearing about God and learning the gospel really touched my heart, because I think all my life I've taken for granted that my parents talked to me about God, or I grew up in a community that everybody loved God and knew who he was. So it was really eye-opening to see the people never heard of this before or weren't for sure about it just really open their hearts and hear everything we have to say, because they want to believe in him and they want to have that faith, and that was just really awesome. I feel like not only did God move through me to help minister to other people, but on this trip I think God also healed problems that I was dealing with on the trip. I had feelings that I hadn't dealt with in a very long time, or I blamed myself for things that have happened in the past, and I was dealing with the thought of my 2 other biological siblings being adopted in another state, and of course I miss them very much, but I felt like I was the one to blame for them being taken away, and I felt like I didn't do my part to help save my siblings. So that was something that I dealt with really. It was really hard for me to deal with that. But after a lesson that we had in Peru, my heart just really opened up, and Mike and Emily were there for me and helped me understand that it's not my fault and that God makes things happen for a reason. And so I feel like growing as a person there, I came back home stronger, more mature, and more open-minded, and had a more open heart to everything that goes on in my life here, and I'll never take for granted anything that I have.